I think when most people think of Spike Lee and they think of Spike Lee movies, they think of you as a person, and you're a visible man, almost the brand of Spike Lee. But as you talk about leaders and you talk about the purpose of leadership and all of this, I'm assuming, or I'm guessing, that there's more to the business of Spike Lee than just you as an individual.
Right. I think that anytime you have any successful person or successful company, there is a team behind that person. There's a team. I always use this Wizard of Oz analogy where, you didn't know what was up till Toto pulled the curtain back, and you saw who the Oz really was. But the key though is that you're gonna have the guy out front, like in the Wizard of Oz. Before Toto pulled the curtain back, you had somebody who's making things go. And so that's another thing. I think that when you're assembling your team, people have to understand not everybody can be out front. Not everybody can be in the spotlight. You have to find the people who are all right with that, because you have people in that position who are supposed to be in the background but don't like it and resent the fact that they're not in the spot. It's over. It's over. You got to find people. Look, I don't want the cameras on me. I don't want the press. I just want to do my job quietly. And in those positions, those are the people that you need.
How do you view values in your organization, in your business?
Well, I think that values are really the foundation. They're the brick, they're the mortar which upon you build upon. Because if you don't have values, then I don't think you really have a foundation, and stuff could just tumble. And so it's very important that the people you assemble have the values that you have and what you want the company to have. So, it's very hard because human beings are very tricky. And so, when you're interviewing people, they're nice, they're great, they're wonderful. And once you bring them in, they go back to who they are. So, it's really, that's why it's very hard to find the right people. That's why you might take you 4 or 5, who knows how long before you assemble the parts that you need to really for your company to take off. Because, the whole thing for me is really about human dynamics. And you got to have people together that click. There's a combustion, where there's some energy that propel your company or whatever it is forward, onward, and upward. And so, again, the people that you bring in have to understand the core values. They have to have values themselves, though.
And you seem to have found a pretty good team.
Oh, I have. I've been very lucky. Many of the people who work with me have been with me for years. Earl Smith, who works here, 40 Acres and Mule, we went to high school together. And I was struggling to do my first film. A couple months earlier, his mother had died, and she had left him some money, and I think it was $8,000, and he wrote me a check for the entire sum and invested in it, for she's going to have it. And next summer, this year is the 20th anniversary of the making of the film, and Earl is still receiving checks on that initial $8,000 investment. Monty Ross, another individual who's been with the company for many years, went away, but now he's back. Monty and I went to college together. He helped me through film school. We worked together. He's been my co-producer. And so, it's good. But at the same time, I think that you have to have a mix. Everybody, I think that you just can't have everybody surround you, somebody, people you grew up with. You got to have some people who have, I just think you need a mixture.